Ruth and Naomi, a story of loyalty. Ruth 1 through 4. Lesson: loyalty, kindness, and faithfulness are always part of God's beautiful plan. A long time ago, in a land called Moab, there lived a young woman named Ruth. She wasn't born in God's people, but she married into a family who loved the Lord. Her husband's mother was a kind woman named Naomi. Naomi had come to Moab years before with her husband and 2 sons. But sadly, over time, Naomi's husband and both sons died, leaving Naomi, Ruth, and another daughter-in-law, Orpah, all alone. Naomi was very sad. "I must go back to my home in Bethlehem," she said. "There's nothing left for me here." She hugged Orpah and Ruth and told them, "Go back to your own families. You are still young. You can start new lives." Orpah cried and hugged Naomi. "I will miss you," she said. And then she went home. But Ruth did something different. She held on tightly to Naomi and said, "Don't ask me to leave you. Wherever you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." Naomi saw the love in Ruth's eyes and the strength in her heart. So together, they began the long journey back to Bethlehem. When they arrived, people in town whispered, "Is that Naomi?" Naomi said, "Don't call me Naomi anymore. Call me Mara, which means bitter. I left with everything, but I came back with nothing." But Ruth didn't think they had nothing. They had each other. They found a small home to live in, but they had no food. So Ruth asked Naomi, "May I go to the fields and pick up leftover grain from the harvest?" Naomi nodded. "Yes, my daughter, go with care." So Ruth went to the fields to glean, which means to gather leftover stalks of wheat. It was hard work under the hot sun, but Ruth worked with a cheerful heart. Now this field belonged to a kind and wealthy man named Boaz. Boaz noticed Ruth working and asked one of the workers, "Who is that young woman?" "She is Ruth," the worker said. "She came back with Naomi from Moab. She's been working hard all day." Boaz smiled. He walked over to Ruth. "Hello," he said. "Stay in my field. My workers won't bother you. And if you get thirsty, help yourself to our water." Ruth was surprised. "Why are you so kind to me?" Boaz replied, "I've heard what you did for Naomi. You left your home and family to care for her. May the Lord reward you for your kindness." Ruth thanked him and kept working. Later that day, Boaz told his workers, "Leave some extra grain behind for her." When Ruth came home with a huge bundle of grain, Naomi's eyes lit up. "Where did you glean today?" "In the field of a man named Boaz," Ruth said. Naomi gasped with joy. "Boaz is our family's redeemer. That means he can take care of us and make sure we're safe." Naomi had an idea. "Ruth," she said one night, "put on your best clothes. Go to the threshing floor where Boaz will be working, and kindly let him know that you're hoping he'll be our family's protector." Ruth did just as Naomi said. Boaz was touched by Ruth's bravery and faith. He told her, "I will do all that you ask, but first, there's someone else who has the first right to redeem your family." Boaz did everything the right way, and in the end, he married Ruth. Naomi, who once felt bitter and alone, held Ruth's baby boy in her arms and smiled with joy. That baby's name was Obed, and he would grow up to be the grandfather of King David and part of the family line of Jesus. What this story teaches us: loyalty and kindness are powerful and beautiful. God sees our faithfulness and rewards it in unexpected ways. Even when life is sad or hard, God is always writing a bigger story. Love is shown through actions, not just words. Ruth's story reminds us that God can use anyone, no matter where they come from. to do something amazing.